Hello everyone and welcome to the demo for Project Octopath Traveler, the new game from the makers of Bravely Default.
Specifically, the producer Bravely Default was one of it, but I don't think Silicon Studio, the actual developers of Bravely Default, are involved in this. Let me check. I think Silicon Studio is busy with other stuff right now.
Yeah, I guess it takes a while for the demo to load.
I also have to really get around to recording 3D Dot Game Heroes, the game that they made before they became popular with Bravely Default. Because that's still one of the most underrated PS3 exclusives.
Cloud, what are you doing there in your Kingdom Hearts 1 outfit to the far left?
Okay, basically, Octopath, which is what I'm going to call it now, from now on for short, is a 2.5. Is a 2D HD game, whereas essentially you have 2D sprites with 3D environments.
Yeah,
well,
unlike
isn't it like
so
a
2.5D?
Yes, but it's in HD this time because it's on the Switch, so we're very fancy in that.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a tempting title that Dwibs?
Yes, as I said, it's a temporary title.
Yeah, and also in the the full game will have it. In the full game, you can choose any one of these 8 characters and go on their journey. But for now, I'm just going to be focusing on the one. I might do the second one in due time, since we don't know when the full game's coming out yet.
Which is interesting, because this is a reference to a very old Square game called Live Alive, where essentially you had a story, multiple stories, viewed from the perspective of, I think 6 or 7 different characters, with the last one tying everything together. Kind of like in a Sonic game, but more with a structure similar to this. The only difference being that in this case, all these 8 stories are part in the same world, while in Live Alive it was across different time periods.
So,
and for this playthrough, we're going to be playing as Primrose, aka
Shantae.
Well, no. Jova, if you saw the direct, let's just say that she has.
Even when the blade is held at your heart, faith will be your shield. Words of House Azelheart. Also, I should warn you guys in advance. There's going to be some non-voiced dialogue, so we'll
right
ignore that.
Also, once again, Akiko Yoshida brings some gorgeous artwork for
10 years ago.
Actually, from what I'm checking, apparently Yoshida didn't. It's not on the wiki page yet.
Funny how it works, isn't it?
Well, it looks like his style.
Everything that happens in this
and he worked for the Bravely games.
Yeah, it did, but I think
also,
it's actually.
Okay. I'm gonna air one criticism I have with this demo. The sound mixing is really off. There's times where I can barely hear the characters speaking.
Jeffrey Azelheart, I'm afraid you've been poking your nose.
So, about the girl Tio, are we probably going to see what you're talking about in this playthrough, assuming?
Well, you have to ask Dwibs, not me.
Dwibs?
What was the question again, Jova?
Tio mentioned something.
If you show her ways of handling with situations.
We will do a bit later on. By that I mean in part 2.
Yeah, the thing. Yeah. I cannot find any information of him being the character designer for this. The last thing I can find for him is Unsung Story for mobile devices.
And her father's dead.
Congratulations.
My guess is, Teo, considering ever since Bravely Default, this kind of became the expected art style for the Bravely Default producers' games, so I'm guessing he gets discount Yoshida to try to mimic as best as he can.
I don't know, I haven't seen anyone that tried to replicate these clothes. Maybe it's just uncredited and will pop up later on. Whatever.
I will never.
Let me guess, she was watching in the corner.
So it's kind of like Kill Bill.
Yeah. And in case you're wondering who the voice is in this demo, we'll find out 2 of them when we get to the end credits for the demo.
Only 2 of them?
Well, yeah.
So are the others not credited?
Not yeah. Either they'll be credited properly in the full game, or
3 men, foul scavengers, just like the bird whose mark they bear.
The
Great
vulture.
Free Fiatagarasu?
Okay,
They took my father from me.
So the villain is Vulture.
Maybe.
Okay, again, but the main character in this story is voiced by Laura Post, and Laura, could you speak up a little, please?
Does this game have sound settings where you can?
No.
Well,
Yeah,
in
it's
that case,
predetermined.
unlike in that case, you can fix it like I did for Fencer.
Always the same dream.
They need to make a special version on the PS4 that
I
adds
wish
the
I had
vocal
your
highlight
confidence,
option.
Primrose. I couldn't
Yeah.
imagine nodding off minutes before my cue.
I mean,
Also, yeah.
duh.
She's now she's grown up into a dancer
How nice it
who has
must
to
be be
deal
the
with
master's favorite.
three bitches and the only nice person in this group.
Wait,
Do we
wait.
already know what the rating of this game is?
Keep your airs.
I'm not sure about the Peggy rating. I haven't really. Oh, I can probably
What
check
the
right now.
fuck is the Peg?
Switch.
It doesn't change the fact that you're
Um,
just another dancer in the sands, Primrose. Nothing but a kept woman.
Yeah, this game was
You're
developed by
flatter the
Square-Enix
dignity
themselves,
of men
not
who
Silicon.
pay for the privilege.
I think they had another studio doing it as well.
I suppose you're right.
I guess when they were referring to the Bravely Default people, maybe some people actually have a hand in this, like, well, not
We've already established too. The producer at Square-Enix responsible for the
Oh,
Default
hello
project.
there.
Here in the shadows, my customers are waiting for their attention.
Gilbert Gottfried, is that you?
Yes.
I can't take it anymore!
Yeah. Okay. I got it. Tio, when he gets non-voice dialogue, you voice this guy.
Yay!
I was gonna do it, but you're better.
I do.
Yeah.
Thanks. Also, once again, such, it's nice to see these
Yeah, I think
themes
it's Tomoya.
once again in RPGs.
Not you.
Yeah, I think it's Tomoya.
Only one I can rely on.
What was that, sir?
You flatter me, Master.
I know I'm the best at what there is to do, but
Why, this tavern's custom has increased tenfold since you stepped on our stage.
Great way to start the game, prostitution.
Yeah.
it seems like they're exotic dancers.
Yeah, Jova, just like people drink vine juice, not, grape juice, not wine.
You were an ignorant girl when I picked you up. Completely useless.
Yeah, for some reason I'm compelled to explain your backstory now.
Okay, so you taught her everything she knows. Does that mean you're an ex-dancer yourself?
Little smile.
No.
Who puts a roof over your head and food on
Yeah,
your
basically he's just he's playing the whole who did this for you? I do. That gives me perfect reason to abuse you.
Who made you the most
Charming.
dancer in this dusty old
Yeah.
town? It
What
was
a
me
charmer
who
he
loved
is.
me.
Also, the music, I think he's trying to tell us to feel sad.
Kitten,
A little.
I'll see that.
Also, italics. Nice to see that the text changes accordingly in this game.
Yes.
Well, I mean, in a sense of using bold and italics. Usually, it gets either caps lock or different colors.
I'm checking the. I've just got on the eShop page. This game is rated 12.
I will be waiting in my chamber.
Oh, and this has multi 5.
Yeah, I checked. These also translated into, for example, Italian.
Spanish, French, German, Italian.
Well, it makes sense. It's not exactly a AAA title, but it's heavily marketed, so makes sense.
Yes, Master.
All right.
Okay, so
time to
basically
show off.
now we're going to be walking through her day job. The tavern lies at the end of the central road, just past the bazaar. I mustn't dally any longer. Okay, basically Primrose's job is that she's a dancer at a local tavern, and what she also has to do is that she has the power of alluring. Pretty much she can use her seductive charms and
So it's like Jessica from
and-
Dragon Quest VIII.
and her contralto
I guess.
voice to seduce people into following her. And one thing about this game is that when you have someone following you, you can actually use them during battles. You summon them and they give you a special power for a few turns. Like some make you go faster, some help you with the attack, some help you with defense.
Sure.
So is her main use of weapon her hair?
Let me just briefly sum this.
No. Her main use is swords.
Ah.
Let me just briefly sum this up since now we're in gameplay.
She's not a complete Shantae clone, Joe.
Let me just briefly sum this up because it also serves as an answer to your question. Tomoya Asano, the producer of this game, he started out at Square as a producer for Grandia Extreme, and after that he went on to be the producer for various Final Fantasy games, Final Fantasy 3 and 4 on the DS, Tactics War of the Lions, Final Fantasy Fable, The Heroes of Light. Yeah, that makes sense. And after that, of course, he was the producer for the Brave of the Fault stuff. And now, of course, this is basically what happened was in around 2013, when Square financial troubles came because of how bad the 13 trilogy was selling.
I am ready.
Tomoya Asano was the new president wanted. Okay, let's try to go back to the roots and shit. So Tomoya Asano was appointed. Okay, go and get it as a developer that can make an awesome old school Final Fantasy game. And Silicon Studio, who made Free Dot Game Heroes, were the ones picked.
Watch over me, Father. That day, I swore revenge against the men who took you from me. The three marked by the crow. I left home far behind, following their trail. That trail has led me here. I heard one of them passes through here often on his travels. It was the smallest scrap of hope, but it was all I had. Until I find him, there is no disgrace I will not endure. Losing my honor is nothing compared to the pain of losing you. Father, I will not stop until I find the three and see justice served. And until I have my revenge, I will dance.
Catwoman!
Let's fuel some other criminal activities just in order to find someone else. Who cares about that?
Catwoman!
I think I'm in love. How about it, Ryan?
Yeah.
You're all too kind. And too handsome, I might add.
Yeah, Jova, sorry, this gets more and more into prostitution as the minute passes.
Like I said to you, Catwoman.
Jovi, you're the stagehand. Thank
Not
you.
bad, probably.
Look at your sandals. Seems like you've gone and broken a strap.
Oh
Go
no.
back to the dormitory and fetch yourself another pair.
Yes.
I didn't
Most happily.
know people would care so much about Jews in this situation.
Jews.
Well, she's a dancer, I guess.
Shoes, I think that's what I meant.
I guess her feet movement are
I
everything.
guess.
True,
Yeah,
you don't want to get a splinter in that
What have I
wooden
found
stage.
here?
But
A treasure chest.
Hidden
with
church.
something.
Isn't this technically the tavern's property? I've just stolen from the tavern.
Dwibs, that's the whole JRPG logic that if we get into that, we can never get out. Trust me, like it's better to just not think about it.
You know, Pedro, eventually those townspeople are gonna get angry at us for breaking their pots every time we go inside.
I'm still well, we'll see, Joe. Maybe Snackworld will do some kind of joke parodying that.
It's only a matter of time until the people of Hyrule come after us with pitchforks and torches for it.
I will be the princess, and everyone will look at me.
And the father is like,
Pedro, you be the dad. When he gets a voice. You'll come and watch too, won't you?
no, because I'll be too busy getting drunk. Of course.
Many thanks, my lord. How was that? And guess what, Papa? When I grow up, I'm going to be a beautiful dancing girl, the star of the stage.
About that
Who
dancing!
wants to be a? You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, at least this hasn't turned into generic dance movie, so.
A dancing girl. That is a dream best forgotten.
Why, Papa?
It's most unorthodox.
Well, look, if you like acting so much, why don't you just become an actress? Elena, my dear, you want to grow up to be a fine lady, like the princess you will play? then it would be better to not say such thing. Not in this town.
Basically, prostitution is a dead-end job, honey.
We're dancing. It's so much fun.
That kind of dancing is a bit high-risk octane, let's just say.
Look at her. She's beautiful.
She's half naked.
Hello, child.
Wink.
Come now.
Come now, Elena. This way.
Did you just slash my daughter?
Ew. Bad touch, stranger danger.
I'll tuck you into bed back at the inn. Papa has business to attend to.
Is Papa going to turn out to be a hypocrite?
Maybe.
Why then?
Also, I love the music so far. Who's the composer? I mean, do we know?
Probably.
We'll find out during the credits.
All right. Oof. What
Ow!
the fuck?
A fawn?
Really?
Joe.
Someone fetch a handkerchief. Primrose seems to be bleeding. Poor dear. Perhaps
Theo?
she's got a blister. Oh, go on.
Blister. Perhaps she got a blister. She's always dancing oh so passionately.
Are you alright?
Are you alright, Prim?
Instant shipping.
Yes.
I'm fine. It's nothing I haven't dealt with before.
Sure.
Don't you think that's enough already? Do you take pleasure in others' pain?
It's called having a fetish, dear.
Schadenfreude. We're nothing but the master's playthings, all of us. And we all know what happens to the girls who displease him. Or have you forgotten?
Mm-hmm.
Beaten half to death and tossed in the gutter, left for dead, sick and starving. Are we an over twist all of a sudden?
Into the trash it goes.
Stop that!
Stop that! We all know well enough where we stand. We know what he can do to us.
Hey!
Then why torment one of our own?
For the lows.
Many thanks.
Thank you, Yusufa. But there's no need for you to make foes on my behalf.
Prim.
Oh, booty. What are you doing yowling back here? Sheath your claws, it's time for work. Or do you think money flows into my coffers by itself? Get the fuck out of here, collect your tips.
Wow, this is starting to feel like a medieval take on Sucker Punch.
Jesus, you're right.
Oh my god, yeah.
What was that?
What was that sorry show you gave today?
I think not.
That's not what he said. Do you think I'm blind? One glass was all I needed to know your mind was not where it ought to be.
Checking the credits for part 2, the composer is Yasunori Nishiki.
I can see every through that pretty empty little head of yours, and they were not of dancing tonight.
I'm actually wondering why Asano never got Revel for more than one game. Because I still think...
That tone with me.
You haven't forgot. You type 7-2? You haven't forgotten who owns you? Lapper? You know the fate that awaits if you dare defy me, don't you, kitten? I'm warning you because I care, Primrose. I wouldn't want to see anything untoward happen to you, my dear.
Especially by me.
Of course.
Forgive me.
It's the mafia logic.
I'm sorry, Master. Forgive me. I was simply remembering the first day I came here to you.
Oh, were you now?
Not a day, not a moment passes when I am not thankful for all you have given me.
She's having second thoughts. Maybe she wants to get out of this life.
Pray forgive my lack of focus today, Master. It will not happen again.
Oh, my dear Primrose. I too often think back on the day you came to my door. Just imagine the sight of you dancing for me, as sweet and innocent as you were. It tickled me so. Jesus Christ.
Oh my.
And you met my every expectation. You have been my best investment.
Dot, 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 dot.
I'll have you purr for me some more.
It's not. What? But tonight you have displeased me, and for this you must atone. Bend over. The crowd is looking thin tonight. Out the streets with you and bring. There you go. Prostitution confirmed. Custom with coin enough to cover a week's expenses. If you do that, I may still go easy on you. At least relatively so, kitten. I'm so pervy.
Yes.
You are so kind, Master.
Jesus, this game.
She's gonna kill him in his sleep when she's done with him, isn't she?
Oh, it gets worse.
Bravo, Prim. That was a performance for the ages.
Was it?
How do you do it? I want to vomit every time I have to call him Master.
I'm loving this game so far.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be out collecting tips?
You know, when we do get to commentating on this game, it would be so cool if we divided up 2 playthroughs amongst each of us.
Let Dwibs handle everything. Might as well.
We'll decide when we get closer to it.
Anyway,
Okay.
what she gave us?
Chief.
Huh?
Be careful out there, okay? And I hope that I don't end up dying, and that's the only thing you have to remember me by.
Oh.
Each of your 8 heroes can interact with the world in a unique way to forge their own path. Press the Y button. The dancer Primrose can allure townspeople and lead them to various locations. The other hero can challenge people to a duel.
I wonder if...
As I demonstrated here. Come now, don't you want to see me dance? Also, before you press yes, you're given a chance of success as to how you're going to allure this guy.
Excuse me.
And
Right.
yeah, this is definitely going to happen. Admit it now. Wouldn't you care to spend a little more time with me?
That's our Primrose. Alright. No one turns you down, eh? I know I sure can't.
Pray come hither.
And... Oh, what
Oh,
the
that
mu-
might...
whatever.
Yeah, I was hooked by this mechanic the moment I saw it in the Nintendo Direct.
Well, time to put on a different kind of show.
Yeah.
Pedro, you be this businessman.
Ignis? Is that you?
This one looks to be something. Okay, Pedro, you be this guy.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Lovely evening, isn't it, my lord? Mayhap you care to share it with me?
I'm afraid not.
A tempting offer, but I travel on business. I must depart early in the morning.
On the morrow.
On
Yeah.
the morrow.
It must be a fascinating sort of business that you do. Perhaps you could tell me more over a drink. I'd love to get to know you better.
Persistent.
Yay.
I am most afraid I cannot.
Are you playing this guy as William Shatner, Pedro?
Excuse me.
Yes.
It fits.
I dance at the tavern just down the street.
I felt like it.
I'd be happy to put on a show just for you.
Be gone, pot. Sorry.
Alright, do you? Yeah, basically I'm gonna go around alluring different people, but in the end I'm gonna come back
Oh,
to this guy.
100%.
Because you have to allure this guy and bring him up to the tavern in order to get the money you need to go on to the next stage of the game. But I didn't, so here's what happens if I try and go in there with someone else. I must find a customer that will satisfy Master Helganish.
Oh, he expects you to satisfy with just one customer.
Well, Jova, you know, people still have their limits, I guess.
True. But,
Yeah,
Tio, as we all know, limits are meant to be broken.
Supposedly.
This is Sunshade, city of whatever.
Not the old man.
Oh god.
Oh god.
You must really be determined on revenge, lady.
Excuse me.
Admit it now. Wouldn't you care to spend a little more time with me?
Oh god.
What was that you said? Now that's a sight, alright. I'd love to see more of your business.
Pray come hither.
Oh goody.
I'm coming, alright. You youngsters.
There you go.
It seems
Come
that
now.
it now works.
Surely you can't resist this lovely face.
But yeah, Telecom Studio made Free Dot Game Heroes was the game that kind of got him noticed. And then Square-Enix, of course, put them on the map. But now they're working with Mistwalker and Terra Battle 2. As for Asano, yeah, now I'm guessing he has his own development team at Square, so he doesn't need to hire Silicon Studio to do this, I guess.
Go use those amble charms. Yeah, this guy won't do either.
I'm actually wondering.
So maybe I should try and lure the lackey.
Huh.
You were saying, Pedro?
Well, hold on.
Excuse me.
Jesus.
Pray come hither, or
No, apparently it doesn't work to do that.
one of the things that I've always
we need the rich guy.
Well, now that I've seen how much more mature in tone, this feels a lot more like what happened with Atlas made a traditional JRPG.
Which is technically what we're still doing. Remember, we're doing that fantasy like.
Yeah.
I don't remember when was the last major RPG exclusively on a Nintendo console?
Xenoblade. Forgetting that
Yeah.
Nintendo has the Xenoblade.
Sorry, Square RPG.
Oh, Brave of the Default and Bravely Second.
True.
On home consoles though?
I
home
think
consoles.
the Crystal Chronicles
Crystal
game.
Chronicles games, yeah.
Yeah. Tio?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's whatever. Sorry.
Excellent.
Good work, then. You'll be treated well tonight.
Many thanks.
You honor me, master.
Jesus.
I'm guessing Tomoya Asano prefers Nintendo hardware over the most.
Or Nintendo
Square developers.
struck a deal with Square in a sense that they suggested or financed partially.
Yeah. Maybe Nintendo just wrote a apology to Square saying, yeah, sorry that the
It's not so much that. I mean,
that
I
we,
can't.
that we nearly
Square-
made you try and fit Final Fantasy VII into like 80 and 64 cartridges.
It's not even that too. Like, the Brave of the Default was published in Japan by Square themselves without Nintendo's involvement.
It's been
Oh,
a
I
while since we
forgot
last
about
enjoyed
that.
your company. Will you be with us long this evening?
What? Forgot about what? Sorry.
The fact that Bravely was published by Nintendo
have
itself
four.
rather than Square.
Yeah,
Brave
Brave of the
West,
Default was published in the West by Nintendo. Yeah, it's kind of like with Layton, you know, like Layton was published in the West by Nintendo, but the IP still belongs to Level 5. It's the same thing here.
Right.
Alright then.
I'll see you again later.
Nah, if that's all, well, I'll be taking my leave. Oh, left-hand man.
Wait, Noctis, is that you?
Oh dear.
Oh no, it's one
It's
of
one of the
those.
guys who killed her father.
Could it be?
My name is Primrose. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
There, on his left arm.
6 fingers.
Not like a moron, he parades his tattoo.
I will never forget.
The mark of the crow.
Oh, not the vulture, okay.
How long I have waited for this day. Finally, you appear before me.
Would suck if it's just his twin brother who's just strolling by.
This night, at long last, justice will be served.
Unless
Yeah,
getting
like
crow
in the exact-
tattoo.
Like in the Spectre Gadget live action movie.
You know, it would really suck if it turns out that getting crow tattoos here are actually common.
No!
Allure him.
I can't let him get away.
You.
And where do you think you're going? So curious about that man, are you? Was it love at first sight, kitten?
Master, I
think not.
You wouldn't think of abandoning the stage and your customer before the night is through, now would you? Back to work, bitch. I trust I don't need to repeat myself.
Put your face back on now, kitty.
Yeah, you do remember what happens to the wicked little kittens who cross me, don't you?
Fine.
Kill it, kill it in his sleep.
This is all I have. I may never get another chance like this again.
Are you alright?
Hello there.
Prim, what's the matter?
It's not like...
It's not like you to get all flustered like this. You don't need to tell me. For you to risk angering the master like that, it must be something important. Leave it to me. I'll keep his eyes busy. You slip out the back door on the upper floor.
You shouldn't get involved. You put yourself at risk.
Plot twist, so she works also for
Look,
the crow.
Prim, maybe you don't tell me what you're thinking. But that doesn't matter to me. I'm on your side and always will be.
Friends forever.
Instant friendship.
On my side?
When the other girls would pick on me and tell me to know my place, you were always the only one who stood by me.
Half a quarter of Primrose's dialogue is dots.
You never say much.
There you go.
You're always so distant, aloof even. But I know you just don't want to burden others with your troubles.
See, Square, this is how a skull-like character is done, you know.
How what? Sorry, too.
A character like Skull was supposed to be done.
Yeah.
I know you better than you think, Prim. And I know that deep down, you have a good heart.
Whatever.
Well, wait till
A
you
good
play with the World Ends With You.
Heart?
Okay.
Because that's still, to me, the best Square-Enix game since Final Fantasy IX.
Yusufa, I thank you. The music's telling us to be sad.
True.
Always a woman of few words.
There you go again.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Instant shipping.
Okay, so we get to spy on our boss in order to hopefully find out more about the
And
one
even
of
the
the
music
three
is complementing that.
dementors who killed our dad. You
Sneaky.
will bring the woman I need, won't you now?
Ooh.
Left. Women,
Competent help is so hard to come by these days. Whatever is a man to do?
But a miserable pile of secrets? I can assure you, Lord, I'm doing all that I can.
Helganish, we are friends, are we not?
why did I suddenly change your tone of voice?
Friends take care of one another, yes? They do not disappoint each other.
I will do everything in my power. Oh, nice also, not subversion, but yeah, the one that acts as the master is, you know, the bitch of someone else.
I saw a fine dancing girl in the tavern. I would rather like such a girl for my harem.
Yeah, let's just go with that.
So it is as I thought. Helganish knows him.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bring the women to the place marked on this map. And, Helganish, try not to keep me waiting.
Either he recognizes her from... Actually, no. Did he even know that her father had a daughter?
That map.
Wait a minute, that card.
Ah!
Whoosh. Beaches and sheep.
You may never know when danger might strike, so be sure to save often. Keep an eye out for the traveller with the green hat. Seek out the traveller in towns, overworld areas, and dungeons to save your game.
Oh,
Basically, you
interesting.
talk to
it's
a
a
guy in this
bard.
green hat. You talk to the guy in this green hat to save the game.
So just
It's
like
a
in
bard that
Shantae, you
saves your
talk to a.
tales.
So just
Oh,
like
the
in.
man with the green
Oh,
feather.
that's cool.
It's been such a while since I saw this kind of save point mechanic.
Or that a trope in other games.
Well, it's like, fun fact, in Shantae, you actually talk to an old guy dressed in green in order to save your
Yeah.
progress.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, join us for part 2 and the concluding part of the demonstration of the story of Primrose.
Alright,
everybody.
see ya.
See ya.